Thanks for joining us today. Brian Tully, President and CEO of Lomutech Newfields Ag. And we wanted to cover some material with you today that has been a question that's come up a lot with our dealers and distributors, especially as we've moved into these new products, Dust Plus products that we have that are critical to make sure that we get as many opportunities for the seed to contact the biology that we're including. So what we've got today is that we're going to start out by talking about the inclusion of our Dust Plus Terrasym product, when this same procedure can be used for any of our Dust Plus products, Dust Plus B4, or any of the new products that we're coming out with, and even as you move into the CRW Terrasym product as well. I want you to realize that we started out talking about our original Dust product and the application rate with that. Same way, we now have that package so that you can do a 1 pound package can be used in the container of corn or soy, either one, in a Pro Box. And we've got that. And remember that we now have red scoops that are included in every one of our pails and can be included with our 1 pound packaging to allow you to accurately apply that into row box units as well. So today this video will be focused on how to accurately apply the material from Pro Box to Pro Box for ultimately be able to use right directly into the planter. Thanks for joining us. The key you'll see whenever we start looking at this video is the fact that we've opened the bag and are going to be mixing it around. I'd recommend that if you're doing this with a Dust Plus inclusion product, open that up and let it get aerated some, so whenever you do spread it out on top of the bag of the Pro Box, that you've got the ability to get all the material to flow out smoothly. As you can see, we're just doing a salt and pepper kind of effect on this, like if you're seasoning a steak, right? You want to try to get it as evenly distributed over all the product as you can, because our goal is to make sure that as the material flows out of the box and down into the Pro Box, that we have the ability for every seed to be able to touch the material during those first couple of transfers. Now we've positioned the Pro Boxes over each other and opened the slide gate, and as you'll see, there's no dust coming up out of the seed yet, but about halfway through the emptying of the box, you'll see that dust starts coming through, so you know that the material is moving through the seed. And we like to see this because that gives you a visual of what we're looking at for transferring the product around. You'll see there's not an overabundance of the material moving into the air, but there is some to let you know the material has moved through. The other thing you'll notice as we empty this out, there's not large clumps of material that comes out with the seed, that it just flows out easily when we go through there. Like I said, looking through onto the seed here, you don't see any large areas where the material has grouped together and is not distributed throughout the seed. Now, if you'll notice, we've changed the position of the boxes, and you'll see that as soon as we start flowing with this, you start seeing the dust moving, where you didn't see that in the first Pro Box transfer. And so now you know the material has moved through. This gives you the ability to know the material is being transferred to all the seeds it can possibly be. And after you do the movement of this Pro Box through a seed tender, and then into the planter, you get another mixing going from the Pro Box to the tender, and then from the tender into the planter, you mix again. So these seeds, in this case soybeans, will be transferred 4 times before it ever gets into the planter, and then once it gets into the planter, of course, it will be distributed again. Once again, you'll notice there is no large clumps of seed, but when I stick my hand into it, you'll see that there is dust on my hand from being distributed through that. And as you look at these pictures, you can see that there is dust on the individual soybeans. Because remember, we're trying to get this so that it can be distributed evenly throughout the box.